children. Today I am going to start exercise 17C. I am taking question number 7. In this question, you are giving the ratio of 4 angles of a quadrilateral. And you have to find the measure of the smallest angle in degrees. So as you know, when you are given the ratio, we convert the ratio in the variable form. So we will use that method of solving this question. So let's start. First of all, we will convert the angle ratio in the variables. So angles are in the ratio. First we will write the ratio and then variable. 2, ratio 3, ratio 4, ratio 9. These are 4 angles ratios. So let's convert it into variables. Let the angles be, for 2 it will be 2x, for 3 it will be 3x. Same variable you have to use for all the ratios. So these are the angles of a quadrilateral in variable form. Now what property we will use here? Because when we use the ratio method, you should know the total value of the ratios, means 4 angles total value. So as you know, the 4 values, the 4 angles of the quadrilateral, its measure is 360 degree. So we will use this value. So the sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So add all the angles and the sum is equal to 360 degree. Reason: sum of angles of a quadrilateral. You know the reasons are important, mandatory. Now this is a simple linear equation. How do we solve? Same variable. So add the coefficients of the variables. So 2 plus 3, 5 plus 4, 9 plus 9, 18. So all together these are 18x. So add them. 18x is equal to 360 degree. So we have to find the value of x. When we get the value of x, we can find the smallest angle easily from the ratio. So x is equal to 360 degree divided by 18. Because this 18 is in multiplication, so other side it will be going in the denominator. 18 ones are 18, 18 twos are 36. That means we got x is equal to 20 degree. Now because according to the question, you have to find the smallest angle. So which angle will be the smallest? Whose ratio is the smallest? That angle will be the smallest angle. So how can we find the value of 2x? Therefore, smallest angle this is 2x. Among these 4, 2x is the smallest one. So find the value of this smallest angle. X is 20. So 2 into 20. That means the measure of the smallest angle will be 40 degree. This is the answer. Now I am taking question number 9. In this question, you are given 2 adjacent angles of a quadrilateral. And these angles are in variable form, 5x minus 10 and x plus 10. You have to find the ratio of these angles. So children, whatever type of the angles are given to you, you will apply the property of quadrilateral of those angles only. Here you are given adjacent angles of a quadrilateral. So we will use here the property of angles. Which angles? Adjacent angles of a quadrilateral. And if you remember, what is the property of adjacent angles of a quadrilateral? Adjacent angles are supplementary, right? If you remember that, when I explained the adjacent angle of a quadrilateral, they are supplementary. Okay, so we will use that property of the quadrilateral, which is a parallelogram. So use this property, 5x minus 10 plus x plus 10. The sum of adjacent angle of a parallelogram, they are supplementary. So supplementary means their sum is equal to 180 degree. So here you will give the reason, adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. That's why their sum is equal to 180 degree. Now if we get the value of the variable x, you can find the measure of both these angles and then we will find the ratio. So 5x plus x, that is 6x, minus 10 and plus 10 get cancelled. So what do we get here? 6x is equal to 110 degree, 180 degree. So x is equal to 180 divided by this 6. If you simplify, you will get 30 degree. So we have found here x is equal to 30 degree. Now this value of x, you will substitute in both these variable angles. Like therefore 5x minus 10, this is equal to, put the value of x here, 5 into 30 minus 10. So 530, 150 minus 10. So first angle we have found here 140 degree. Okay. Similarly, we can find the value of x plus 10. So x plus 10 means 30 plus 10. 30 plus 10 means 40 degree. So one angle is 140 degree and another angle is 40 degree. Now the ratio of angles you can find with the help of these measures. Therefore, ratio of angles. How do we find the ratio? 140 ratio 40. So 40 40 got cancelled. This way you can simplify it. 140 upon 40, 0 0 cancel out, 2 2s are 4, 2 7s are 14. So this we get 7 ratio 2. So the ratio of these angles are 7 is ratio 2. Okay. Now question number 10. In this question you are given a parallelogram ABCD and here you can see one angle A is given as 100 degree and you have to find the measure of X, Y and Z angles. So in this you will see the connection of the angles, that is to find. In all my videos I have explained you how to find the connection. So let's start. What is the connection of any other angle with this 100 degree? So very first you can see, because this is a parallelogram. So in a parallelogram, if you remember, opposite angles are equal. So you can find angle X directly. So but you have to mention that, the connection. So X is equal to 100 degree. Why? Here you have to mention the reason. Because these are the opposite angle of a parallelogram. Opposite angles of parallelograms are equal. Therefore, they are equal. Opposite angle of a parallelogram. So directly we have found the value of X. Now you have to find Z. So Z you can find with the help of this 100. What is the connection between these two angles? Z and 100. If you can see, these are the adjacent angles of a parallelogram. And adjacent angles are supplementary. So X, this Z and 100 degree, their sum will be equal to 180 degree. So we can take here angle A plus angle Z. This is equal to 180 degree. The reason, they are adjacent angles. Adjacent angles. So they are supplementary. Children, you have to remember all the properties of a parallelogram. Either it is angle wise, side wise or diagonal wise. Then it will be easy to solve any question. Now here we can put the value of A. It is 100 degree. Z we have to find It is not actually angle Z, it is directly Z. So it is 180 degree. So Z is to find, so 100 you have to take other side. So Z is equal to 180 minus 100, and this is equal to 80 degree. So we have found Z is equal to 80 degree. Okay. Now you have to find Y. So Y, just see the connection of this Y. Anyways, this Y can be found by any method. Like this and this, A and Y. They are alternate interior angle. Why alternate interior? Because this is a parallelogram. So AD and BC, they are parallel lines. So parallel lines, this will be alternate interior. Or you can find it with the help of Z also. Y and Z, they are making a linear pair. In linear pair, their sum is equal to 180 degree. That way also you can find. Otherwise, directly you can relate Y with this angle A. They are alternate interior, so directly you can find it. Now, so Y is equal to angle A. Why it is equal to A? Because they are alternate interior angle. Alternate interior angle. So they will be equal. So here the value of Y directly we have found as 100 degree. So all these angles, X is equal to 100 degree, Y is equal to 100 degree, and Z is equal to 80 degree. This is your answer. Now question number 11 I am taking. In this question you are given a quadrilateral ABCD and you are given the exterior angle of this quadrilateral. No interior angle is given here. No interior angle given. You have to find the smallest interior angle of this quadrilateral. So first you understand the concept. These are the exterior angle. So first I explain you the concept of this question. Suppose there is any quadrilateral and its exterior angle given. So how to get the exterior angle? If you extend the side of the quadrilateral, the angle that is formed by this extended side and the side of the quadrilateral, here you will get an exterior angle. Okay. So all the in the same direction. Like if you are going anti-clockwise, then all the sides you will extend anti-clockwise like this. If you are going clockwise, then all the sides will be extended clockwise like here. All the sides are extended clockwise. Okay. But the concept will remain same in both the cases. So this is an exterior angle. Okay. And this is an interior angle of the quadrilateral. So if you remember in my one video, I have explained what is the ratio, what is the relation between exterior angle and interior angle. So if you add both these angles, exterior angle and interior angle, the sum will be exterior plus interior angle. The sum is equal to 180 degree because this is a straight line. Okay. So we will use the exterior angle plus interior angle. The sum is equal to 180 degree because they make a linear pair. Okay. So if you know the exterior angle, you can find the interior angle. One concept. So here with the help of exterior angle, how to find the interior angle? With the help of linear pair property. Okay. Second concept that we will use for this smallest angle of the quadrilateral. Interior smallest angle. Now this concept you can understand. Suppose this is the quadrilateral. Okay. Which is the smallest interior angle? Suppose here it is 60 degree. Here it is 120 degree. This is say 150 degree and remaining here. So I just focus here with these three. This is 120 degree, so its interior angle will be 60 degree because of the linear pair. This is 60 degree, so its interior angle will be 120 degree with the linear pair. Okay. This is 150 degree, so its interior angle will be 30 degree because the sum should be 180 degree. Alright. Now you can see which is the smallest interior angle here. Smallest interior angle is 30 degree, right? So just see the exterior angle. Exterior angle is 150 and this 150 is the greatest angle among these three exterior angle, isn't it? This is 60 degree, this is 120 and this is 150 degree. So where you get the greatest exterior angle, its interior angle, linear pair with interior angle will be the smallest one, right? So 150 and interior angle is 30 degree. So exterior angle which is greatest, its linear pair as an interior angle will be the smallest. So what we will find here? We will find here which is the greatest exterior angle among these four exterior angle. I hope you have understood the concept of this question. So first concept is interior plus exterior 180 degree. Okay. Second concept, the greatest exterior angle, the smallest interior angle. Alright. So these two concepts we can use here. But because all the exterior angles are given, so there is one shortcut method of the exterior angle. There is a formula for all the exterior angle. What is that formula? Sum of all exterior angle of any quadrilateral or triangle or pentagon, means any polygon. The sum of all exterior angle is always 360 degree. This is the fixed formula for any polygon. So we will use that shortest method to solve this question. But both this method also can be applied. But that is a little longer method. And this is the direct method. So we will use this method. Sum of all exterior angles is 360 degree. Of exterior angles of any polygon. Doesn't matter it is a triangle, it is a quadrilateral, any polygon. Sum of all exterior angle is 360 degree. This we will use here. Okay. So this you can note. Now I am going to solve the question. So what we will do, we will take the sum of all exterior angles given and with the help of that we will find the value of x. Then we will find the greatest exterior angle and its interior angle will be the smallest one. So let's start from here. X plus 16 plus add all the exterior angle. 2x minus 6 plus 3x plus 15 plus 4x minus 5 and their sum is equal to 360 degree. This reason you can mention here. So for the sake of I am just mentioning the star here, so because there is no place to write, so you can write that reason there. Now we will simplify this linear equation. So first of all you add all the variable form. So x plus 2x, 3x plus 3x, 6x plus 4x, 10x. So all together we have 10x there. Now you simplify the constants. Plus 20. This is equal to 360 degree. Now you can transpose 20 degree on right hand side. It is minus 20. So 360 minus 20, it is 340. So 10x is equal to 340. So x is equal to 340 degree divided by 10, 34 degree. So we have found the value of x as 34 degree. Now with the help of this value of x, we can find all the exterior angle. Then only we can decide which exterior angle is the greatest one and its linear pair will be the smallest. So find all the exterior angle. Put the value of x in each exterior angle and find the value. So x plus 16, and greatest you can find otherwise also. X plus 16, put the value of x, 34, 34 plus 16, this is 50 degree, the value of. Now 2x minus 6, so 2 into 34 minus 6, 62 degree. Then 4x minus 5. Put the value of x. And then solve this. 131 degree. And at last 3x plus 15. 3 into 34, the value of x, plus 15. Simplify. So we have found all the exterior angle. Okay. Now here you can see which is the greatest exterior angle. 131 is the greatest among these four. So I just explained you which is the greatest exterior angle. Its linear pair will be the smallest one. So 131 is the greatest. That means 4x minus 5 is the greatest. So we will take its interior angle as the smallest one. It will be. So if we give 1, 2, 3, 4 as the interior angle of the quadrilateral. So we can write here, since 4x minus 5 is the greatest angle, is the greatest exterior angle, therefore angle 1 will be the smallest. Angle 1 will be the smallest interior angle. Okay. Smallest interior angle. This is mandatory to write interior and exterior. Smallest interior angle. Now, what to do? We have to find the measure of interior angle. Okay. So, if we add angle 1 and 4x minus 5, you can see they are making a linear pair, interior plus exterior. I just explained you. So, angle 1 plus 4x minus 5, this is equal to 180 degree. Reason why? These are linear pair. So, you will mention here. Now, angle 1 we have to find. 4x minus 5 already we have found as 131 degree. So, you can find angle 1 from here. Angle 1 is equal to simple linear equation. As you simplify, you have to solve here. So 180 minus 131. This is equal to 49 degree. So angle 1 is equal to 49 degree. Therefore, smallest angle is, at last you should write the answer. Smallest angle is of measure 40. Okay, now I am taking question number 14. In this question, you are given a quadrilateral and diagonals of the quadrilateral, they are intersecting. Now you are given, let's give the name to this quadrilateral for the sake of convenience. If ABCD is the quadrilateral and the diagonal of this quadrilateral, they are intersecting at point O. Okay, so you are given OD is equal to 3B minus 2, OC is equal to 3B plus 3, OB is equal to 2A and OA is equal to 5B minus 9. So the question is, for what value of A this quadrilateral will be a parallelogram? Here you have to recall the properties of a parallelogram. Which properties? Because diagonals are given, so you should recall the diagonal properties of the parallelogram. What are the diagonal properties of a parallelogram? diagonal properties are diagonals of a parallelogram are equal. That means AC is equal to BD, one property. Another property of the diagonal, they bisect each other. Bisect each other means AO is equal to OC, OD is equal to OB. Alright. But here if we take, you have to find A. So here if we take OD is equal to OB. So you can see in OD, you have a variable B. Its value not given to you. But you can find a single variable B. So let's take it. AO is equal to OC. AO means 5B minus 9 and OC means 3B plus 3. Now collect variable on one side and constant on other side. So this is fixed, I am shifting 3B. So 5B minus 3B, it will be negative. This is equal to, because from right hand side we have shifted, so this will be fixed this side only. Only one term you can shift from one side. So 3 will be fixed here. Now you will shift this 9. 9 will be going as positive. Now you can subtract 5 minus 3, 2B. And this is equal to 12. So B is equal to 12 upon 2. You can simplify. So you have got B is equal to 6. Now we have found the value of B. We can put it here. Now we are taking the other relation. OD is equal to OB. So again you will take OB is equal to OD. Reason is same. Diagonals bisect. So I am writing in short because already I have mentioned. Diagonal bisect. Okay. So OB, here it is given 2A. So you will put the value. And this is 3B minus 2. Okay. B value from here we will put here. So 2A, this is equal to 3 into